Hello and welcome to another episode of the FPL Hangover podcast, where we raise the bar and lower the tone on things FPL related. We are coming to you on the 2nd of October, and game week 7 is not quite out of the way yet. We've still got Chelsea and Fulham to go ahead tonight, and the small matter of Luton versus Burnley on Tuesday to round the week out. But it doesn't matter, we've got a pretty busy episode. There's been a certain wildcard activated, so there'll be plenty of wildcard chat. We're going to go old school, go through the games that have played, and here to help me make some sense of it all, my podcast partner in crime, Paddy. How are you getting on, my friend?
I'm getting on good. It's good to be back again, Ger, and especially for some wildcard madness, because that is exactly what is on my screen at the moment. Wildcard madness.
You hit the button.
Yeah, I done it sober as well.
Yeah, that's a change. 'Cause, I mean, I don't remember last time I was sober. It feels like so long ago. There was a FPL meetup at the weekend, and I'm sure the Irish members of the audience would be familiar with it. And yeah, lots of drinks were had. It's been a while since I've been fully, detox. So let's keep the show rolling.
Yeah, sounds good. And I'm looking forward to the next one already because it sounds like it was a blast.
Yeah, great crack. Yeah,
So,
great crack.
well-
Big shout out to Fairy as well, FPL Fairy Steve and FPL Era Niall. They put the thing together, and yeah, no, it was a great crack, a great laugh, and I would recommend anyone that's into the game that the next time there's one on, make an effort, make a fucking effort.
Exactly. Ger, how was your game week?
Game week was so far. Look, as one word, that's all I need. Watkins.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Do you know why we're starting with you this week?
Why are we starting with me this week?
Because I have more points, so the loser of the game week will always go first from now on.
When you say you have more points, do you want to elaborate?
Well, I'm winning the game week so far between me and you.
No, you're not.
What? I thought you told me I was.
No. I've got 43 points, you fucking idiot.
But I'm going to win the fucking game week.
You're not. You're not.
Right,
You're
go on
not.
ahead and continue.
You don't even have... Oh, you do have Morris. Yeah, you probably are going to win.
Yeah, I do have Morris, yes.
Yeah,
And
sorry.
and I have Sterling to go tonight.
Yeah, well, I have the weapon, Andreas Pereira. You didn't see that coming, did you?
I don't know where the fuck he came out. I didn't know he was even in your team, and I can't believe that's your player tonight.
I think it's a scathing indictment of this season, and that I have Pereira somehow in my team, and I haven't hit the wildcard button.
What
yet.
is this, 2022?
I don't know what it is. It was a moment of madness 2 weeks ago that made sense at the time, and I kind of changed plans, and that's what happens. You don't stick to the plan. This is how you end up wondering, how the hell did that happen? But look, maybe he pulls out a fucking old school 11-point return. 2022
Jesus.
Pereira return.
Fuck.
Maybe an assist and a goal. That could change my whole week, and that's why we're not going to do the mini-league update tonight, even though we will be back with it next week with a manager of the month, and we're not going to touch it this week because there's still so much to be had left in the game week. Potentially.
There's so many sliding doors and butterfly effects that could happen yet in this league. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And this game week, especially with people still holding on to Chelsea assets. They will have, you have Sterling.
Yeah.
Plenty of people out there will have a Colwell, maybe, Chilwell's injured. But you know what I mean? Those who, I suppose, now that I'm talking about it, I'm going, what am I saying? Nicholas Jackson's fucking suspended. Chilwell's out injured. Gusto's suspended. So everyone that had, it's just ye Sterling mad bastards left then.
Yeah, it's crazy because so much can just happen in the flip of a coin or a game week, It's just
100%.
It's just gone 1 minute I'm fucking flying high with 3 Chelsea players, the next I'm wildcarding them all out to fuck. There's the team lineups I see have just been a thing, and Pereira's is he's not there, he hasn't travelled.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah? I was going to do this joke to you, so...
Yeah.
I was going to do the exact same Sterling thing to you. I was like, God damn, he's got ahead of me.
But oh my god, I don't actually see Sterling on the team.
Oh, really? That would be brilliant.
Right,
That
if
would
it's
be
just a
brilliant.
little bar that's... Yeah, he's on the bench. He's on the bench.
Suck on
Sterling
that.
is on the fucking bench.
Suck on that. Now, that's what you get now for your nasty little jokes.
I can't instant fucking karma.
Nasty little jokes, that was. Tell me, when did you hit the button? And
the
why?
wildcard. I hit it immediately. After the Aston Villa game finished.
Immediately after? Why? What was the reason? Like, what was the catalyst?
I just thought I'm doing it anyway. I'm pissed off. I even had I had a wee bet on a wee flutter on the I know I shouldn't be talking about betting, but I had a wee flutter, and that was the coupon buster was the first game, like straight away. All the rest came in as well, and Watkins just tore me apart. Like 2 weeks in a row now, I've had my heart ripped out of my chest and just fucking.
Why?
Did
you get rid of him or something?
Shat on. I never had him.
So what the fuck? How has he ripped your heart out then? Where is this coming from?
Because I mean, like that happened, right?
Yeah.
And the week before, some other fucker got a load of points that I didn't have.
Oh, just in general.
Yeah, in general, not
yeah.
Just fantasy football in general, not just Ollie Watkins. But
how many points did Ollie Watkins get this week?
I don't know. I didn't even look. Maybe 26 or something.
23.
23. Like once that happened in the first game week, Watkins owners must have just sat back, put their hands
you're looking at
their
one,
head,
baby. You're looking at one, baby.
and just were like, that's it.
For me, it was actually, it was more of a relief in that, when you're at a FPL meetup and you're kind of going like, oh, if I have a shit fucking fantasy week, it could, kind of spoil the thing a bit.
Reflect onto your night.
Yeah, but this was just, okay, now I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day because he's going to carry me through to, a mild arrow, one way or another probably. So, yeah, I was very appreciative and 10 out of 10 would recommend on Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, I'm delighted for you.
So tell me, we're going to start off going through the week's fixtures so far, and we're going to look at this through the prism of your wildcard. I've done a rough wildcard that we'll get to at the end.
Right, okay.
But Watkins... Go on, sorry?
Before we do, what points are you on at the moment? Give me something.
It just doesn't matter, does it? It's mid-game week.
Load me up, I want to know.
I'm on 43. I told you I was on 43.
Oh, yeah, okay, 43.
Yeah, 43. Nothing to write home about.
I'm on 40.
You're on 40. You got a nice sterling bencher there, so there's nothing to write home about. Looking at the two teams,
you're right. Actually, I've got my two Luton guys, Morris and Kabor. Yeah, fuck it. Let's move on then. Right, what are you doing?
Well, we'll touch on what you've gotten so far as we go through the matches. Don't worry, Paddy. Don't worry.
No.
Let's not descend into absolute madness.
Okay.
Aston Villa, Brighton. 6-1. You said it broke your heart. I assume you went immediately out and bought Ollie Watkins, and that's why you hit the wildcard button.
No, not so much. I actually didn't go out and buy Ollie Watkins straight away. I was more just fed up with the team, the Chelsea players. Really, I wanted to get them out of there as well. There's a couple of things I want. It was more players I wanted going forward, other than
Okay, so who out of Villa is in your team?
I've got Ollie Watkins and Cash in my team here. I have to get my team up here now. So look, this wildcard isn't finalised, right? It's got a spine. This is the spine of the wildcard, Ger.
I think that's your way of saying that you're gonna wait till I tell you what shit about it, and then
there's nothing shit about it. There's nothing shit about it.
To me.
For this should be a Patreon episode, by the way, because what people are going to hear now is pure gold. This is probably the greatest wildcard team that you could get.
I don't know. You've made some crazy decisions. I have it up here on the screen, and for the benefit of the audio listeners, would you care to run through your team, Paddy, quickly?
Right, now, there will be a few changes made here, maybe in the goalkeeper department as well.
Stop justifying the shit that you picked.
So I have Turner and Areola are my two keepers. Now, I might get rid of Turner because... I don't know how long he's going to be stuck in nets there for Palace.
So with Turner, did you watch the match? Like, what's got you worried?
No, I haven't watched. I didn't get watching a lot of games, right? I've got highlights and a couple of bits skipped through. But I was actually listening to something today, or I read something that Turner mightn't be holding his place. Do you hear anything in that?
Yeah, no. I mean, I listened to a few bits and bobs and read a few articles this morning, and yeah, he had a shit match. Like that's essentially what it is. He was very shaky, and we know that I think Forest have a second keeper there that they paid money for, so his position was always going to be, he was always potentially going to get Ramsdaled. That's what they call it now, and yeah, I would be mildly concerned, but again, 4 million currently starting goalkeeper if it's your second choice. Not the end of the world. I have heard that I think it's oh no, sorry, I'm mixing it up. I was thinking with there's another keeper out there that people were interested in, Flekken. Like a lot of wildcarders from those who have kind of gone in on him over the last couple of weeks, they haven't been impressed, and he was another
dubbed
very
the worst
poor
goalkeeper in the whole fantasy football game by the cheaters.
Flekken.
Yeah, Josh called him out, said he's the worst goalkeeper in the Premier League.
He might not be wrong. I'll be honest with you. I have only seen a handful of matches with him, but one of them, didn't he play for Holland when Ireland had the European qualifiers? Netherlands, wasn't he the Dutch keeper?
Oh, I think he might have been. Yeah.
So and he was kind of shit there as well. So that's kind of what kind of got me thinking. Now maybe if I could stand corrected, maybe I got the completely wrong guy there, but that's something that's in the back of my brain telling me like that was the first red flag with Flekken. So maybe Josh is onto something.
So he doesn't excite you then as a wildcard pick?
No, I think there's only goalkeeper I'd be interested in outside of the premiums, which I'm never interested in anyway, would be Areola. I think he's he's on form.
Oh, do you see that? I like what we've done there. Flekken, like you could be Flekken the bean and Areola.
Flekken your Areola.
Yeah.
Maybe that's. Oh, I was going to say that's what we call the episode, but I was like, Jesus Christ, I don't even.
Flekken the bean.
It's just Flekken the bean. Yeah.
But so Areola would. You like them?
That's good. I'm actually I wish we did episodic T-shirts. That would be this week's.
So yeah, I have Areola. So would you call him a good wild card pick?
Yeah. No, I think he's straight in there. And then with Turner, I'd be, if it was me, like on my wild card, I also have Turner. So
yeah, he's 4 million. You see, he's just there as a placeholder at the moment. But now I'm going to go into my next. I'm playing, by the way, a 3-4-3 formation. Okay.
I can see that. Yes,
yeah,
you are.
So 2 of my defenders now I'm going to call essential wildcard picks. All right?
Okay.
So I've got Cash from Aston Villa.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got Trippier from Newcastle. They're my 2 essential wildcard picks. And then I've got Gabriel in there at the moment. And he's a player that could be moved on, okay?
Okay.
So that's the transparency there. So Cash and Trippier, 2 fantastic picks. I was looking at the fixtures ahead for them, and they look delicious. Like, I would definitely be flecking my bean at having those 2 players in my team. What do you think about that?
Well, I'll tell you now. I don't have either of them in my wildcard draft.
Well, already your wildcard must be shit.
Potentially. Cash, I think, is a great pick. He's a tad bit expensive for me. I didn't get the price rise. I haven't hit the button yet.
It's not my fault you're cheap.
Yeah, it's not your fault. I've gone with the cheaper Pau Torres, but Cash does look like a great option, and he's not one that I would dispute with you there when you said essential wildcard picks. Very, what would you say? Triggering wording for some people using the word essential. But Trippier is one that I don't have, and I'm gonna take.
And you're jealous?
I'm not jealous. I think there's
You're
a reason
jealous.
I don't have him. No, I don't think he's a good pick.
Oh
I think,
my God.
and I've heard. I think it was Planet FPL today. James said something along the lines of the best FPL player in defender in FPL, and he said it pure off the cuff, and in my head I was just like, I don't think he is. Like I'm leaning away from Trippier in the sense that I think he got his massive haul against Sheffield United, right? 3 point. There was his 3 assists. He got a Poxy assist this week. Did you see that?
No, keep talking to me.
A tackle came off him, and the ball bounced to fucking Almiron, who's stuck at top corner, and it was like, so that's bullshit assist. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's not him. Now I will also hold my hand up and say I didn't actually watch the game, so if he had a great match, and I didn't see it, fair enough. But FPL wise, I'm not sold on the price. I won't lie.
What about the ownership? Are you sold on the ownership?
What do you think his ownership is?
Well, it's like 42.3% at the moment, and will probably rise.
Say that again.
His ownership is 42.3%.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's what his ownership is at the moment.
Fuck. Okay. Well, that is actually massive. I didn't realize it was so
Yeah.
big.
Bloody massive. This is what I'm here for.
Where the fuck did that come from? I guess he would have had a pretty high ownership from the start of the season, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
This is why you're here. Keep me real.
Yeah. So those are my two essential defenders. My third one is up in the air. Well, I might copy yours whenever I hear your defenders in a wee while. But I'm going to move into my midfield now. Okay.
Just know before you do, I want to talk about the Gabriel pick because you said he can move. Yeah. I actually do have Gabriel in my team. So again,
so you brought him into your wildcard team.
Yeah, he's kind of a placeholder. As I said, this is just a quick wildcard, but he's kind of like 4.7 is a good fucking option for a team that's going to be challenging for the title.
Do you know what it is? It's just that fixture against Man City, and you're on a wild card, and you just don't want any pukey games. I think that's what's putting me off. And then they have Chelsea next, which aren't a great team, but it's a derby. I'd
have my team set up so that I probably wasn't. Yeah, no, I mean you're right. Like it would depend, but I think my point is that I would be happy to go back to Gabriel as quickly as possible. Like if you can get in on that at 4.7.
You have 2 weeks to do it though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But then again, we would have 2 weeks to get back to Saka because I fucked him out of my team.
Well, that's the next big decision. Yeah. So talk me through your midfield.
Right, my midfield. I've 3 of them that I would call essential.
Okay.
Yeah. Triggering word again, because I like to trigger some people. Anyway, I've gone for double Spurs. I've gone Madison and Son.
Okay.
Because they're playing Luton. And I'm thinking, of course, like I can fucking fob one of them off after. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or even keep them for another week because they've got some incredible fixtures as well. They've got, I'm looking here, they've got Luton, Fulham, Crystal Palace are their next 3. Chelsea and then Wolves and Villa. So, I mean, no panic even to rush off one of them.
Yeah. I'm the same as you. I think like if you're wildcard now,
on the Spurs?
I've doubled up with Madison and Son. Yeah, I'm with you. I think the next few look great. Episode. No, I mean you're right, and then it can kind of gives us a platform to get back to the Sakas. But go on, sorry, we've gone up to 2 Spurs boys.
You know, if you're listening to this episode, you must be just enjoying it as much as I am because I'm loving this vibe we're having here, Jerry. Because I don't know your wildcard, but you know, man. But the next player I don't have Salah.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Okay. Yeah, this is the big one, right? This is that separates me from the sheep and makes me a genius, I think.
Okay.
Right, so I've gone for Luis Diaz.
Okay.
Now, I have to move to my forward line as well, segue into it, because I've gone for Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez to cover my Salah gap. And Gakpo's injured. Jota's suspended. So I think I'm pretty safe having Núñez, or I'm pretty safe having Núñez up top. I think he's going to get his minutes. He's not going to be like on the bench and shit. And I think Luis Diaz is also safe.
I don't know, man. I mean, but like Jota's suspended for 1 match,
so it's enough.
Yeah, but it's like there is you have to acknowledge that there is rotation risk there, massive rotation risk. That you haven't just doubled up on Liverpool, but you doubled up on rotation risk.
Yeah, but I think it's a high ceiling. I think if they come off, I think they're gonna they still score points.
Look, I'm not knocking it yet. I mean, I am. I will.
Yeah.
But like
the fixtures are Brighton, Everton, Forest, and Luton and Brentford. Like that's some juicy fixtures there too to have for your Liverpool. Like I know Salah's gonna be. Do you know? There's just so much you can't do with Salah in your team. Like, and I think Diaz and Darwin are enough to cover Salah.
I mean, it's like what if you were spending like what are they coming in at?
Well,
Darwin's what 7?
Darwin's 7.5 and Núñez is 7.4.
So
cheaper than
15.
Haaland's more expensive than almost.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could also say that like Salah is 12 million, so like 12.5 plus the 4.5 replacement because you'd need to have a nut, and that's he's 12.6 now. But yeah, I guess it is a little bit cheaper. But when I look at where you've spread the funds next, that's where I start getting really worried.
Right, so let's get into that. So, by the way, Darwin Núñez is 12% ownership and Luis Diaz is 9.4% ownership. So they are like little differential gems in there, like
Uber differentials, big time.
Yeah. Then right, okay. So here's a placeholder. I actually had Saka in my team, and I heard he was going to drop last night, so I sold him, so I wouldn't lose any money. You know.
I don't think he did drop though. He dropped.
No,
tonight,
he did.
Didn't
He didn't drop, but I've sold him anyway. I've just brought in Dooku from City. Now that was just like I told you, just to
sheer placeholder.
Yeah, placeholder because I wanted the Saka. I didn't want to suffer from that. So we can talk about maybe.
Well, if you've got Doku in there, what's
my plan?
Well, how much money have you in the bank and how much is he? Yeah.
So at the moment, let me just see what the banking money. So I have 2.3 million in the bank here at the moment.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I'm fucking
And
minted.
Doku's what? 7 mil or something?
6.5.
So you basically have 8 points odds to play with.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you want to tell me your midfielder, or will I just round off my two strikers, or what?
No, round off. Well, I mean, we've touched on them. You obviously have Haaland. You've stuck with him.
Oh yeah.
And
I have Haaland, and I have Watkins,
and
I have Núñez. So.
Yeah, my main issue, as I said, is just like is the Doku thing. But you're saying he's a bit of a placeholder, and in fact, you have 2.3 million in the bank. I suppose like you do have a lot of options there. I mean, that's your Saka, and that's your. If Saka is confirmed now, he's not. Apparently, he's back in training. But I'm assuming you've decided now that you've sold him to basically wait until after his fixtures, or
Yeah, because I want to have him back. Like again, obviously he's a great player, but just for for this wild card, the plan is once I do this, I'm not touching the team till I get 2 free transfers, and then that will be either to remove one of the Spurs guys, and of course whoever the Arsenal placeholder would be, and bring in Saka again, or maybe an Odegaard or whatever, because I don't know what's going on with the penalties now, but it's annoying.
Were you watching the Arsenal match?
I caught a few highlights and stuff. They just handed the ball away, like, and it must be like they have this fucking, like, some kind of wanky fucking hand job thing they do to each other that they want to share around the ball. I don't know.
I think they're. I don't know. Probably something to do with the keepers, keeping the keeper on their toes or something bullshit like that. Some
maybe
21st century tactics that I'm not aware of yet. But go on.
No, just to round off my wild card, because in order to get some of these players in, there is some bench fodder that needs to be spoke about, and I'm just going to round them off. I've brought in Lamptey at 3.9. I think he actually rose, or he's rising. I don't know why.
Okay.
But I brought him in, Lamptey. I've just kept Kabori, 4 million. Can't beat that. And Pellistri from United, 4.4 million.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get the Pellistri one. Like, why are you?
Me neither. I just fucking, that was the United fan of me, just wanting to hold on to a little bit of United. But I'll never have,
So you've gone 2 4.0 defenders, and you've gone a 4.5 midfielder.
Well,
and you've 2 million in the
midfielder.
Pellistri.
He's 4.4.
Yeah, but you get me. The bracket. He's in the bracket, like.
He's in the bracket. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, I guess like there's more options for your 2 million, because like you need to spread that out. The defense, the midfield.
Oh yeah, I definitely will. Yeah, I will. I have. Yeah, like I said, I have the spine of it there, Ger.
I get you. It isn't complete. I can see that now. That's probably why I was so taken back when you sent it to me. I was like, fucking hell, like this can't be.
No context, yeah.
But like with 2 million in the bank or 2 point odd million in the bank and a 7 million spot that you haven't picked yet, because that kind of brings us to who the wildcard is going to benefit this week, and what teams are people jumping off. And as a United man like myself, like are you just, I mean, obviously based on your wildcard, you're just like, nope, done with them, they're both getting out. Rashford, Bruno, you're gone. Well, I know you only had one, but
yeah, no, I am like fully
off
Manchester United now. Like Liverpool there, right, with 9 men on the pitch, are better than us with 11. That's how bad we are.
Yeah, no, it's been a pretty inconsistent performance levels at the moment, and it has me worried. I've kept oh no, I haven't actually. I got rid of him. I haven't hit the button yet, as I said, but in my draft I've decided to kind of come off of Bruno. I mean, team value is fucking me, if I'm being honest. Like
team value,
I've lost so much, but I've gone Salah, you see, but I can't afford the likes of a Trippier. Like, if you want, do you want me to tell you my team?
Yeah, give it to us. Yeah, I'm excited to hear.
I've gone with Turner Areola as well, and then burn cheap cash with Torres.
Burn, did he rose? Did he?
No, he's still 4.5.
Okay.
But I know, again, just a 4.5 Newcastle option. Like I don't think he's the best or anything. Pau. Bell is my 4 mil. He's just stuck there from before the wildcard. Udogi, I've gone on 4.8.
I like that.
Yeah, but expensive. Gabriel.
Nice fixtures.
And Gabriel's 4.7. Again, just kind of keeping the kind of amount of money I want back there to stay there. I haven't hit the button yet, so I'm not sure if we're going to get some more news. Like, that's the thing with this week, is there's a lot of European fixtures to go. We're going to get some clarification, on certain injuries, the likes of the Botmans, and Son's a bit of a doubt now as well, apparently.
Yeah, Botman I would have had Botman in my team in my wild card if he hadn't been injured.
You didn't have him at the moment, did you?
No, I didn't. No, but he was someone that I was looking to get in.
Yeah, of course.
Because the price point and.
Sure, how many people did bring him in last week?
Yeah, I know.
And then boom, transfer out. But my midfield then is Maddison, Diaby, Salah, Son, and I've stuck Gordon in there for the time being.
Maddison, I like the Diaby pick. Yeah, I actually had Diaby in one of mine.
Well, I definitely have Diaby there instead of Doku.
Yeah, Diaby could be. That probably is going to be the spot. He's flagged. That's probably why I didn't.
He is flagged. Yeah, you're right. He is.
Yeah, I didn't gravitate towards him when I was doing my placeholding, but yeah, no, that's a good one because the Villa double up as well.
Yeah, I mean it's a price point. Like I'm looking ahead at the fixtures and I'm looking at Brighton. Like if you look to basically I think it's game week 10 or something like that.
Yeah, they come back on like
their fixtures turn like insane, and I mean I know they got an absolute hammer in this weekend, but like come game week 10 you've got like Fulham, Everton, Sheffield, Forest.
Yeah, want to get Matoma and them boys back for that.
That's the thing, and Matoma's still like a nice 6.2 option. So yeah, yeah. Basically, there's room to mess around with the 6 millions. Like I mean, we were talking about Gordon a bit last week, and then I think people are now gravitating a little towards Neto. Is it?
Oh.
Neto for Wolves, like he's turned a few heads, put it that way.
Yeah, he's like I've watched highlights. He's always looked good and busy, but
how many goals and assists do you think he's got?
Just off the top I don't know. All right, okay, goals and assists. I'll say he has a goal and maybe 3 assists.
Goal and 5 assists.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he's got.
So he's ticking under the radar there, like.
And that's all in the last 4 or 5 matches. So he's tipping along, and Wolves said, against the run of play by all things I saw, pulling out a big win this weekend. But yeah, their fixtures aren't terrible. Home to Villa this week, obviously not the best, but Bournemouth, Newcastle, Sheffield, Spurs, Fulham, like they're fine for his price, 5.6. So you got the likes of him. You got, I think a lot more people would be looking at Anthony Gordon if you hadn't got that extra yellow card.
Yeah, that's right. He's in danger now of.
Well, he's suspended for the next match.
Yeah, he's suspended. Yeah.
But once he serves that, all of a sudden, boom, you've got a guy who should be starting there. So I've stuck him in the team, and I have gone Salah. But again, it's easy to sit here saying I've gone Salah when I haven't hit the wildcard button. But I think. Do
you think you will go ahead with Salah?
I think so. I think my team, like I've already listed out the defenders that I've been on the end of this season, and for those who haven't heard it before, I'm gonna go ahead and do it again. But obviously, John Stones pre-deadline, I got away with that one, right? But then I didn't get away with Gabriel. Got Shaw in, he's fucked. Got Baldock was there, he's fucked.
That's right.
Had Rico Henry, he's fucked. Then I went to Botman, and now he sounds like he's gonna be fucked. So
everything you touch gets fucked.
All my defenders this season are just dropping like flies. So if I wildcard, if I kind of flip flop on what I said in the last episode, it's mainly because I'm just looking at all the flags in my team. Like it's up on screen there for anyone on YouTube. Make sure you're
like the Dirk Diggler of FPL.
In what way?
Just fucking everything.
Just fucking everything. Everything I touch turns to absolute rot. But yeah. So I haven't made my mind up yet. But I think if I do wildcard this week, yeah, it'll be Salah.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, I've kind of made up my mind that I'm not going Salah.
Yeah, it's a bit of
the flexibility.
It's an interesting one, I mean, but you've also gone Trippier, whereas if you were to lose Trippier, Salah would be very easy to get to in your team. Very easy.
Yeah.
But
see, now you're starting to you're starting to worm your way into my mind, Ger.
Well, I'm looking at your team there, your suggested wildcard team, and I'm thinking, like, if you did knock Trippier down to a 4 point something, that's 2 million. You have 2 million in the bank. Sure.
So if I remove Trippier and Diaz then, because I still really want to have Nunes in there,
Yeah.
Or maybe keep Diaz and... No, Nunes I think I'll keep, because I think he's going to... So if I remove, just for the crack here, right? Well, let's just do this live on air and bring in Salah 12.6, the bastard. I've only got 3.9 in the bank.
For Trippier?
After I got rid of Trippier.
So then you just turn Doku into maybe a Diaby.
Okay, let's have a look at this.
Or a James
Because
Ward-Prowse.
this is what I was going to do anyway with Doku.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Star Wars villain, doesn't he?
He does, Count Doku.
Count Doku, yeah, I knew it. So there we go. Ward-Prowse is there too.
Yeah.
So they're 6.7 to Diaby. That gives me. I'm down more money. I'm 3.7 now.
But what do you mean 3.7?
I've got 3.7 in the bank now. After putting Doku down to Diaby.
How have you less money? What?
Because Doku's 6.5.
Oh, is he? Shit, sorry. I thought
Doku was 6.7.
I thought Doku was 7.5. But yeah, well, I mean, that's where you save. Like, well, for argument's sake, then turn him into an Anthony Gordon, and then
or even a Ward-Prowse.
Well, I think Ward-Prowse isn't too far away. Like, if you only have 3.7,
6.3.
Yeah. So
that would give me 4.1.
Yeah, I think you'd still.
What's Gordon?
5.6.
Oh, that's an interesting price.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a really, like, you can.
He's suspended, but yeah.
But only for the one match,
So that gives me 4.8.
Yeah, so then you pick up your 4.5. Like, you've got rid of Trippier. So say you throw Burn in there to cover Trippier. Well, again, let's off. Like, I've seen a few comments on Dan Burn. Oh, he's a rotation risk and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, yeah, he's also 4.5 million. So if he gets the odd rotation, you shouldn't be that worried about it,
Yeah. So yeah, I've done that now, and yeah, that looks fucking really hot.
You've only
Jesus.
You still have Nunes. Yeah.
And that's what I really wanted. I wanted to have Nunes in there. That was my wee kind of,
But do you now have, after all your Trippier talk, like 42%? Are you? Surely that's less worrying than not having Salah.
No, fuck him. Yeah. You're right.
Okay.
I've saw the light because Salah's ownership is 31.8%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's nearly up
and
there.
it's going to rise.
I think so.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a Salah owner. I'm converted. I think I might have just said like 5 minutes ago I'm fully committed.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah, I think that was
I say things.
Yeah, you don't think. You just say.
I just say things.
You just say things.
But I'm now fully committed. I'm a fully committed Salah owner. This is the greatest wildcard team the world has ever seen. It is. When you hear this, right? Quick. Cash, Burn, Gabriel, Madison, Salah, Gordon, Son, Haaland, Watkins, Darwin.
Yeah, I mean, like, I wouldn't be everyone's cup of tea. I know I wouldn't be overly concerned with the likes of a Nunes, but the fact that you have him there, I think does make it a nice.
I need to keep some of my identity in this team.
Exactly, and
that's it.
And there's room to mess around. Like, you don't have to keep Gabriel. You could attack another.
And maybe
double
maybe
up on
Nunes
Villa.
Becomes Isak or something. I don't know.
Maybe Batman's not even bloody injured. Who knows? Maybe Joachim Anderson is going to remain the highest scoring defender in the Premier League.
I like it.
Yeah, no, I'm happy.
But Gordon's suspended to the 21st of October.
He is. That's what I'm saying. Like, 21st of October. Yeah, that's only the one game week, isn't it?
We're going into an international break after that. So that means I would have to start Police Street.
Well, no, because you end up having to make a few bobs somewhere. Sacrifices, Paddy. Let's not ruin this. Let's not bring reality
Gordon's
into this.
not going to be playing this next game week, so I would need to fucking play Police Street.
Yeah, but then you need to just downgrade Gabriel or something to like a 4.5, like double up on Villa or go to Kurt Zuma or double. Make it.
Head's fucking fried now.
Yeah, you could go double up on like.
You made me bring in a player that's not even fucking playing.
But he's not playing. He's only missing one match. He's only missing one match.
I want him for the fucking West Ham match.
No, Paddy, you don't. You want him for the long term. He's going to be up there in the top 5 scoring midfielders.
Anyway, so I might just play Palistri then ahead of him.
Yeah. What do you think of is there anyone you fear not having then, now that you've decided to go on Salah?
Luis Diaz.
Luis Diaz. I love it. Differential pick Diaz. I suppose Trippier is the obvious answer there. Yeah. Okay, before we start wrapping this up, is there anything else you want to say, Paddy? Well, next week.
Right. Well, first of all, we'll do the rundown, right? We'll do the top transfers in and out. I like doing this with you, right?
Dude, but before you do, I just want to ask you about one more thing before you move into this on your team.
Yeah.
The armband.
Okay. Oh, it's on Son.
Is that going to stay on Son?
Yeah. Luton away.
Yeah, well, we saw what happened to Sheffield United away.
No, they're a different team now.
They're only improving. Okay.
No,
I don't believe you.
Well, what about you? Who's your captain?
I'll be Haaland.
Don't tell me you're going Haaland against Arsenal.
Of course. I mean, who are the better captains? A Spurs squad that we saw struggle against a low block Sheffield. Salah away to Brighton. Is he away or at home? I can't remember. Yeah, he's away to Brighton. So, again, not exactly... I don't know what way that's going to go. Arsenal at home to City. No, I'm fine. Haaland away.
You see, I could never do that.
You will do that. I guarantee you'll do that.
No, I think I'll stick Son in there. It's...
You don't have the cojones. He'll be mildly flagged and you'll use that as an excuse.
I'm actually sick that I didn't captain Morris.
I can't believe you didn't. What a chump.
I can't believe it. The two juicy wee fixtures that they have the whole season in a double game week. What harm would an old captain's armband done?
Yeah, and you know what? Hats off to those who did it.
Yeah, well done.
They're the ones living the right life in FPL.
Yeah.
Living the right life.
Well, so that's why I'm living the right life this week, going Son.
Is he the right life? No, he is. He's a great shout, and I'm just trying to get in your head, Paddy. Just trying to get in your head.
Yeah, there's not going to be very many opportunities we get to come off Haaland as a captaincy. Do you know what I'm saying? And he hasn't been all fucking rainbows and blowjobs. No. That last game week, and yes, I said that last week as well, and I said it again because a few people messaged me. They said they loved it.
Which rainbows and blowjobs?
Yeah,
that was last week's.
I can't remember what movie that was out of. Yeah, it was last week's. This week's T-shirt is Flekken the Bean.
Flekken the Bean, yeah. Exactly.
So I'm going to be Flekken the Bean whenever I see Son do a hat-trick.
Maybe, yeah. As I said, maybe you can talk me around, as I said.
And 3 assists by Madison and 1 by Odeogi.
Yeah, until Luton are just unstoppable against Burnley now on Tuesday. And then you start really fretting it.
Nah.
Can you really get rid of Carlton Morris after he's bagged 4 goals in 2 games?
He's fucking gone. He's gone. No matter, he could fucking score 20 goals and he'd be gone. He's gone.
All right.
Now, I like that team, and captaincy Son. Yeah, that's where I'm going. Yeah, that's good.
Fair enough. Tell me about this week's transfers so far.
Okay, so we'll do the guessing game. As soon as you lose, you're out, right?
Fair enough.
So give me the top 5 transfers out in no particular order.
Yeah, Toure. No.
You fucking idiot, you.
Transfers out of... Has to be United, Rashford.
Yeah, number 1. 250,000 managers have sold him.
Yeah, I'm guessing Botman. No.
Yeah.
Oh, is he? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's 5th with 158,000 managers selling him so far. It's only Monday, Come on, you've never got past 2.
I have got past 2. This is transfers out, right?
Yeah. So obvious.
Mbuemo.
Yes. 184,000 managers. He's the 4th most transferred out. So that's the new record for your new record territory. 3.
Okay.
2 to go.
Is Bruno up there?
Not gone. You're gone. Chilwell, obviously.
How is Chilwell still? How do people still have him?
He's gone, and is Stupinan.
Stupinan.
So Stupinan was 2nd, and Chilwell 3rd. Right, most transferred in.
Well,
this is easy.
Yeah, but you keep catching me on top. Salah.
No, you're gone.
He's not in the top 5 transferred in.
No, you're gone. Watkins number 1.
Yeah, obviously. He's on the
Son number 2. Hey, 419,000 people, nearly 500,000 people have transferred Watkins in this week. Son not far behind him, 370,000. Cash in third.
Cash, yeah.
Fourth is Trippier. Just transferred him out. You've made me transfer him out. And fifth is Madison.
Did you transfer Trippier out, you lunatic?
Yeah.
How could you? He's the most essential FPL defender out there.
I know. But Burns in the top 10.
Yeah, no, look, I'm with you in terms of, like, they all make sense, you know?
And Anderson for Palace has been moved in there.
Yeah, well, he's the highest scoring FPL defender, I think.
Jesus.
Oh, there we go. Phone call in the middle of a podcast. Very unprofessional.
How unprofessional. Oh, my God. Atomic nuclear... What do you call him?
Nuclear atoms.
He'll be writing a letter to me about that.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. All right. Anything for our fans before we head away? As we said, we didn't do the mini-league this week because it is midweek. But if you do want to join and be in with a chance to win Manager of the Month and a lovely end-of-year prize sponsored by Kinniger, the code's on the screen there. It's HUP8K9. Link will be in the description, but it's HUP8K9. And Paddy was very bitterly disappointed, but it's about having it right, and we won't know fully till next week who the manager
and
is.
Not to mention win monthly prizes as well from our mini league, some beers and swag from Kinniger, and we will be I'm really excited for next week because we are not only going to be announcing our manager of the week or manager of the month prizes to be given. We also might have something for our listeners.
Okay, let's
maybe a little code.
Keep tuned, and we'll let you know next week.
So yeah, that's it. I enjoyed the episode, Ger. It was good to get some of that wildcard, madness out of the system.
Yeah, it's kind of, I think the real up in the airness is kind of coming across a bit at the moment. Like, I mean, we've talked about how broken the template has been basically this season. Like, there's a lot of really good managers kind of not performing across the board, and
like myself.
Yeah, like yourself, Paddy. But I have faith that all will be restored to normality by Christmas time at the very least.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Where can everyone find you?
You get me at FPL_Viking on Twitter and the Viking Dippers on Instagram.
Brilliant.
Where can we get you, Ger, and the podcast?
If you want to reach out to us, you can find me on Twitter at FPL Hangover. Same on Instagram at FPL Hangover. And if you want to reach out by email with business inquiries and get the rates for our appearance rates and just general packages that we offer, Paddy is willing to spend the night with anyone for the right price. It's fplhangover@gmail.com. Paddy, thank you for joining me. We will probably be in communication quite a bit over the next few days because none of these wildcards seem settled.
Yes,
but
exactly.
But until then, enjoy Game Week 8, everybody, and God bless.
God bless.